All right, guys, welcome back to Off the Line. This is Adam.
And Justin, and today we're gonna make some Chile Verde. With what else, Adam?
We're also gonna be washing it down with some margaritas, a little bit of beer, and should be a fun one today.
So we're also gonna make some chips and salsa and guac to serve or eat while your verde is simmering. So we've got some tomatoes, some avocados, jalapenos, poblanos, limes, onions, cilantro, and yeah, we're gonna make a couple appetizers. And then you've got poblanos for the Chile Verde. We're gonna season the Chile Verde with all sorts of spiceology goodness. Then we're gonna make a michelada and season it with our Bloody Mary seasoning.
That's where I come in.
That's where this guy's gonna tend the bar.
So what we're gonna be washing it down with is, of course, a little bit of tequila, a little bit of orange liqueur, and for the michelada, we're gonna have a beautiful Corona.
For the Chile Verde, we're gonna use just some crushed tomatillos, a little bit of onion, poblano, cilantro, white beans, pork shoulder, chicken stock, simmer it all together for an hour or two, finish it with some, who knows, some good stuff.
I can't wait. Honestly, so this is one of Justin's most famous recipes. I've been eating this for 5 years and it gets better every time, so I'm excited.
Zach, you like the Chile Verde? So to start the Chile Verde, we've got 3 pounds here of pork shoulder that I've taken the bone out. You can also get boneless, but it's just cheaper to get bone in. We're gonna dice it up into inch and a half cubes, toss it in some seasoning and get it cooking. All right, so we're gonna season this pork up with some green chili powder, ground coriander, ground cumin, garlic, and salt. If you don't have that at home, go ahead and bust out the old Derek Wolf Hatch chili seasoning. That'll be a good substitute for all of it. So we're gonna go with just about a tablespoon, maybe a little more, of each of these. A hand spoon.
A hand spoon? That's a good hand spoon.
Of kosher salt. About a quarter of a cup cornstarch, and then hit it with some vegetable oil. It's gonna almost make like a batter. Get your pork on a sheet pan here, and we're gonna put it in the oven for about 15 minutes on 450 or even 500, really high. You want a nice outside crust. You could also smoke it on high for a little bit if you want.
What's the cornstarch gonna do?
It's gonna create kind of like a barrier, so the inside of this meat's gonna be super fall apart tender, but it's still gonna stay together.
So it still keeps its shape?
Yeah, so if you just put the pork straight in the Chile Verde, it would get really tender, but then it would
just fall apart and be chili or...
Yeah.
Soup.
Away, my little babies.
Good luck in there.
So we've got this rocking at 500 actually, and we're still gonna leave it in there for 10 or 15 minutes so it's nice and crispy. All right, we're gonna start the Verde off by sauteing up some poblanos, a jalapeno. Adam's gonna dice up some onions, and that is gonna be our initial base for the Chile Verde.
Justin also taught me in the kitchen. You keep this end on, your eyes aren't gonna water as bad. This is where all the
I didn't teach you that.
Yeah, you did. I'm pretty sure you taught me that. Maybe somebody else taught me that.
Onions and peppers into the pot. Don't be afraid to use some of the stems in the cilantro. There's actually really nice flavor in there. Cilantro. In the bath. So, we're gonna make some salsa and some guac. For the salsa, we're gonna start with tomatoes, red onion, a jalapeno, a lime, a little bit of cilantro, and a little bit of tomato juice, actually. Then we'll season it up, mix it all together, dip some chips in it.
So I like it. Nice. All right, so while Justin's making up the salsa, we're gonna go ahead and get cracking on some michelada. So we're gonna go ahead and take 2 cans of tomato juice. Just wanna go into a little bowl. We're just gonna make a little mixture to add to the delicious beer. So we're gonna go 2 cans of tomato juice and about 1/4 cup of this Bloody Mary here. So why are you not going to be including the seeds with the heat?
Seeds are really just kind of bitter. Heat and the flavor are in the green and the white.
Okay.
Gonna finish up the salsa with some lime juice, some tomato juice, and then we'll season it up a bit. All right, we're gonna hit this with some tomato juice and seasoning, and then we're actually gonna blend it all up. Tomato juice, garlic, just a little bit, little bit.
No, Justin tablespoon.
No, these are more like a teaspoon. Yeah. That was like just a teaspoon and a half.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
And then about that much black pepper. So after dicing this up all perfectly, I've decided I want restaurant style, so we're just gonna blend it up. And we're really just gonna give this a little pulse to mix it more than anything. All right, we're gonna transfer our salsa to a bowl, a serving bowl, and we're gonna leave a little bit behind actually to make the guacamole with. Hitting the guac with some cilantro, then we're gonna season it, mash it up, and start eating probably. We're just gonna go ahead and mash this all together. You could hit it in a food processor, squeeze it between your fingers. Whatever's clever. All right, we're looking pretty good here in Guac City. Give it a taste, see if you need any more salt or any other seasonings, but we're good to go. All right, we're gonna hit the verde now with about a quart and a half of chicken broth. Crushed tomatillos. The goods. So we're gonna bring that up to a boil, and then once it is boiling, the pork should be ready to add in there.
And are we gonna just be adding the beans in there as well?
Yeah, cool. Beans will go in at the end so they don't totally break down. So we've got some nice, tasty pork bits here that we're gonna get into that verde. So we're gonna get this pork in here, and then once we get the meat and the juices in there, we're also gonna scrape all that brown goodness, because that's just flavor too. Michelada time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go Mexi beer, lime on the rim with some chili con limon, and then we're gonna mix in our little Bloody Mary seasoning that we made before. So, rim it, lime, dip it.
Oh, yes, sir.
Chili con limon rim, pop the beer. This is kind of a big boy michelada. Michelada?
It'll get drank.
Beer. Bloody Mary mix. I was gonna fill this to the top with the rest of the Mexi beer, but Adam got a little overzealous.
Sorry, I thought he was done with it.
Anyway, we're gonna garnish it with some limes. There you go. Big boy michelada.
That's really good, actually. It's super spicy, but it's really good. So we're gonna go ahead and make some margaritas now. And what we're gonna do is a little bit of 2-to-1 ratio, tequila to the orange liqueur. And then we're gonna add just a little bit of true lime in there, actually, because we just wanna give it that lime flavor, and I'm out of limes. So there we go. And then a little bit of strawberry powder to make it a little bit strawberry flavored. On the true lime, we're just gonna do a dash. We don't wanna overkill it. There's gonna be a lot of flavor coming from the strawberry as well. So if you guys are using limes at home, just as well, you just wanna use like one lime and do just a little bit of lime juice. Just do a cake of strawberry.
Yeah.
We're not out of limes, actually. Now we'll go ahead and just add a little bit of ice in there.
So while Adam's making up the margaritas, I'm gonna make a little rim garnish. Lime salt, raspberry powder, and strawberry powder. Just gonna give that a little mix. We're gonna take our glass, hit it with the lime juice. Pretty little garnish for your margs.
All right, our marg is blended, and we're just gonna take this beautiful raspberry, strawberry, and lime salt rim glass that Justin got for me. And there is a superb margarita. So we're gonna go ahead and make some chips, and all we're gonna do is cut these into quarters.
Or sixths.
Or 6 or 8s.
Thirty,
Just depends on how big you want them.
Just cut them up. Triangles of some sort.
Beautiful. All right, so once we got our tortillas cut into quarters, we're gonna go ahead and get these fried up. So obviously, you don't have to make tortilla chips, buy them at the store, pretty easy, but we're gonna go ahead and get creative and make them ourselves today. So we just wanna make sure that our fryer's up to temp, and we're gonna just space these out a little bit evenly as we drop these, because we just wanna make sure that they don't clump. So we can go ahead and just keep them on the surface. Add in a couple more. So I like to just do a few at a time, but we're gonna fry these for probably 5 minutes or so. I just like to make sure that we're keeping the pressure on them so they're cooked all the way through.
Got these freshy corn chips done.
Ready to go?
Yeah, what are we gonna season it with?
Achiote.
Achiote on everything.
Be generous now. So we're gonna make some rice to go along with the verde. What we're gonna do is just 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, and we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of achiote to give that a little bit of flavor.
So the verde's ready to go. The pork's super tender, but I just want it to be a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with about a 1/4 cup of water, just to really thicken it up so that it sets nicely in a bowl. Make sure that you bring it back to a boil after you add it in to cook that starch. Time to plate up. So we're gonna get this verde in a bowl, finish it with rice, tortillas, cilantro, sour cream, and then we're gonna eat.
We're gonna eat. And for those of you at home that don't know, we're gonna use a little bit of Mexican sour cream that has a little bit more tang to it.
Chile Verde.
Chile Verde.
Thanks for watching again today. As you saw, we used a variety of Spiceology products in our salsa, guac, drinks, verde, chips. What's left?
Honestly, it's time.
Yeah.
So, I know what I'm gonna start with.
All right.
Superb. Ooh, dude, the rim on this. Good job, man. I can't wait to get on that. Oh. That's one of the better batches, I think, honestly. Out of all the ones I've tried from Justin, that's probably gonna be one of the best. And
Verde all day.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in this week to Off the Line. This is probably one of our more fun episodes that we've done so far, and we had a good time today. So thanks for tuning in. Check us out next time. Years
Help me
ago.
with these caps.
Yeah,
I have a pork hand. So we're also gonna make some. You're the worst. You're the worst.
I'm sorry, dude.
We're rolling.
Ready.
2 new hashtags. Verde all day.
Verde all day. Achiote on everything. That's it.